So let me just say right here and right now that this movie is not for kids. So if you're planning on taking your little one to go see this, be warned. This is not for kids.
You should take a moment. Feel it.
So yeah, Logan is Hugh Jackman's last performance as Wolverine, unless Ryan Reynolds, convinced him to be in Deadpool 2, but that's a whole nother story. And this movie is basically about Wolverine taking care of an elderly, aging, sick Professor X. And while he's doing this, his little girl with mutant abilities finds her way to them. And Wolverine finds himself protecting the little girl while trying to take care of Professor X. And so one of the things, this movie had great fight scenes. It was brutal. It was crazy. It was bloody. It was everything that you could need in a Logan or just a Wolverine movie. I mean, if you're an action junkie or you just a blood and gore guts type junkie, this is a movie that I'm pretty sure that you guys will like. And it had likable characters like Professor X. You liked him as a character. He was a grumpy ass old man, but you really enjoyed just his character because it's so different from how he portrayed Professor X in the other movies. And Wolverine, of course, we got time to like him. So, of course, he is a likable character. But one of the other characters that was really a standout was the little girl. Like, she did a good job playing this little girl, and she really don't have that many lines throughout the movie, and majority of those lines are in another language. And she did amazing just with the acting and the action scenes, and like, it was so good. Especially with her being a little girl, the action scenes was fucking perfect. And one of the things I did like about this was the connections, the chemistry between the characters of Professor X and Logan and X-23 and Logan. Like, I love those connections because it was like more of a, Logan, he's all about himself and he's kind of like cranky in a sense, and he doesn't want any trouble, and him and X-23 go at it back and forth, and it's funny as hell. As well as Professor X and Logan, like, they have their little tiffs. They argue with each other, and it's actually fun to sit there and watch because it's like Logan's at a point where he cares, but he don't give a fuck. And I also like the look. I love the tone of the movie. This movie was just great. And one of the things I liked about this movie is that it's more of a regular movie than it is a superhero movie. It's like it's just a regular post-apocalyptic kind of dirty Western type movie, but yet at the same time, it's like the powers and, just the healing factor and everything else just play kind of secondary, but in a sense, still help the movie be to where it is, which is a good ass movie. But some of the bad things that I didn't like about this movie was the villain. He started off good. The introduction for him was good as hell, but it was just, as the movie carried along, you kind of realized that, like, yo, he's just another villain. And I'm guessing they took a note from the MCU's use of villains just to basically help the superhero or, the main character get to where they need to get at. But yeah, I mean, this villain, it was just, I wasn't impressed. I thought he was going to do more. I thought he was going to have more of an involvement. I thought he was going to have powers or something, but he really didn't. He was just there, there. It's a certain part in this movie where they go on this road trip, and after a while it's like you kind of want to get back into the action. It was just like a little thing. It wasn't nothing big, but it's just after a while you just kind of want them to get off the road and kind of do some stuff, fight somebody, cut up some bodies, and call it a day. You kind of wanted that, and it was just, yeah, come on, get off the road. And I'm just saying, like, the ending wasn't bad. I just thought that it probably could have been a little bit better. I'm not going to say too much of how it ended, but, I mean, I did like it. I just wasn't really thoroughly impressed by it too much, but, it was what it was. And so, I know you're thinking, like, did it do its job as a comic book superhero-esque type movie? Yeah, it did. That's why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10, because it is a good-ass comic book movie. See, with it being the last appearance that we see of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, this was a good send-off. This was a great movie. It had the right amount of violence, had the right amount of just brutality and all that stuff that you would love to see and that you wanted to see in a Wolverine, Logan, X-Men type film. And they did it really good. And I was pleasantly surprised by it. I found that this movie is like almost like 2.5 hours and it didn't even seem like it. That's how you know a movie is good. So yeah, take it for it is. I say this movie deserves at least 4 or 5 tickets. That's how good it was. And so with that said, this concludes my Take One movie review of the movie Logan. Hit that like button, subscribe to it, turn on your notifications. Check out everything down there in the description below for my social media, as well as the links to my podcast and all the other videos, movie reviews that I got on my channel. And I will catch you guys next time. Peace.